Good morning, just a little update on my sinew-backed bent tab bow. And what I did, instead of grinding string grooves in, I did a wrap, several wraps of sinew around there, and the sinew collar is going to hold the string on. And underneath, the lighting is kind of bad, but you can kind of see that I sanded it so the string can lie tight against the belly. And good question is, can you do the full wrap in one episode? I mean, glob it up, mold the sinew, and just in one time do that complete wrap. Well, short answer is maybe. The best answer is no. Because the sinew will shrink down, you don't want to have gaps form when you're doing a big wrap like that. So I did it in two. And I did a wrap, and as it was drying, I molded it with my fingers, and then after it dried to a point where I felt that it wasn't going to shrink down appreciably, I did the final one. And you can kind of see, I got pretty close, you know, as far as the contours, but then I just followed up with sanding. Put sand paper around a round thing. I think I used an empty roll of B50. And that was it. Now, time-wise, I will not put any stress or bend or attempt to see the tillering on a sinew-backed bow. Gosh, this is a tough one. At least 4 weeks, and that would be only if that last fourth week was spent above a wood stove on a drying rack. Because if you rush it and you go ahead and you start jimmying your sinew-backed bow before the sinew has had a chance to cure enough, you can wind up damaging it. You know, it might seem hard, it might seem immortal, but still those fibers can be pulled apart, and you can risk not only damaging your bow, at the least probably getting less performance out of it as possible. So really, in a dryish environment, I wouldn't do anything with a sinew-backed bow, you know, for 6 weeks really, but I can cheat it a little bit by the wood stove thing. Now, that one next to it on the ground, or on the table, is juniper with sinew made from a stave. This one is red oak, which is very good wood. I love red oak. But you can start telling when it's about ready when it starts going into reflex. You sinew-back your bow, you let it sit, you look at it, put it on a table or against a wall, you get the idea of how much reflex it is. When it's about ready to start working on the tillering, you'll see that it curls up. And that's because even though that sinew is dry, it's still working, it's still shrinking, it's still, as Primitive Teen pointed out, going through this process of polymerization, which I was unfamiliar with until he mentioned it, but hey, I can see it, that magical transformation of hide glue or sinew glue and sinew turning into one mysteriously great type of material. But I wanted to show you this because I am going to cut strips of fur and do the wrap like a lot of West Coast bows had, and cover up that beautiful sinew job. And also tell you, do not rush the backing. Do not sinew back your bows and then it looks dry, you know, in a week, and then you go and tiller it. Don't do that. Wait. 6 weeks, I would say, at a minimum. You can cheat it a little bit if you bake it over a wood stove, but you know how many people do that. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.